Hello, dear students. Let's see what is the meaning of term ambiguous grammar. Actually, when we say ambiguity, it means confusion. What is that confusion exactly and when can it happen in a given CFG? The definition of ambiguous grammar is that CFG, let's say G is the CFG, is said to be ambiguous if there exists more than one leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation or more than one parse tree for some string w which is element of LG. Now you know what this means, w element of LG. That means given a word, given a string w, some string w which can be derived, this w can be derived, from the given grammar. Then we say W is in the language of G. So for some word, some string, at least if you are able to find one such string for which more than one LMD, RMD, parse tree exists, then we say that the grammar is ambiguous. Let's see an example. Very simple example where we have a grammar of balanced parenthesis, which we have been seeing in the earlier videos. And a simple string that has been asked to derive is just open bracket and close bracket. Now you all know that this word open bracket and close bracket is in the language of LG, is in the language of the given grammar, because this string open bracket and close bracket can be derived from the given grammar. But then the point is that we can derive this string open bracket close bracket in two ways. Let's see the first method in which we can derive using leftmost derivation. We are doing this. First production that we have used here is S derives bracketed S. Okay, S derives bracket S bracket. That means we have used the first production of the given grammar over here. And now that's it. We have got the open bracket and we have got the close bracket. Indeed, we can now replace the S in the middle with epsilon using the third production as shown in the grammar. S derives epsilon, and you know epsilon means empty. So we will get open bracket and close bracket. Just notice the steps that we have done in this leftmost derivation. But hello, our friend might say that instead of doing the derivation in these kind of steps, I will do derivation in some other kind of steps. You can see that the first production that has been used by our friend is S derives bracket bracket S. That means our friend has started using the second production. S derives bracket open bracket close and S. But then that's it. We have got this open bracket and close bracket. Notice. So this S now, the S can be replaced with epsilon using the third production that we very well have, isn't it? So we have got our open bracket and close bracket string, and this is also a valid derivation. What you observe is for the same string, open bracket, close bracket, for the same W and for this grammar, there exists more than one leftmost derivation. I mean, the steps in this LMD are not same as steps in this RMD. Correct? You may say, so what? Anyway, we are deriving the string. Agreed, we are deriving the string, but there are two different derivations. If there exist two different derivations, then the given grammar is ambiguous. I hope you are understanding. Same applies for RMD. Now notice, if there exists more than one LMD, then definitely there exists more than one RMD, and definitely there exists more than one parse tree. Let's try out with parse tree with the same grammar and with the same string. We have the grammar as given for balanced parenthesis, correct? And the string asked to be derived is open bracket, close bracket, very small string. Now, how would you start? Is you start with the start symbol, that's the root node, and the first production that you are using is open bracket s close bracket. The very first production given in the grammar has been used. And finally, you will replace this s with epsilon. The third production has been used here, and we now get a terminal node or a leaf node with open bracket, terminal node with epsilon, and terminal node with close bracket. So yield of this tree is open bracket, close bracket. But this is one parse tree, isn't it? Somebody else might say that this same string for this grammar can be derived as start with root node, and the first production that we use is open bracket close bracket s. Check. Now this person has started using second production, because even this will lead to the answer, because in the next step you can replace this s with epsilon. Now we have three terminal nodes in sequence, open bracket, close bracket, epsilon, and hence yield of this tree is also open bracket, close bracket. So there exist two parse trees, both of which are valid, both of them derive the string, but the point is there is more than one parse tree for some string. For at least one string, if you are able to find out, for the given grammar, if you are able to find out at least one string, that's enough. I mean, suppose you have a grammar, some arbitrary grammar, you think of some grammar for some time, and you are asked, is this ambiguous? Is this grammar ambiguous? Then you will have to take some string for which you can show two LMDs or two RMDs or two parse trees. Many times it happens that you take up some string, and for that only one LMD exists, or one RMD exists, or one parse tree exists. Then you may come to a conclusion that the grammar is unambiguous. But hello, proving whether a grammar is ambiguous or not is not that easy. You will have to test the grammar with various strings, and who knows, there is a particular string, a hidden string, for which there exists more than one LMD. So, proving whether a grammar is ambiguous or not, or testing whether the grammar is ambiguous or not, is a difficult job. When we learn later in our course about undecidability, we will learn how this problem of whether to grammar is ambiguous or not is undecidable. I mean, you just can't write an algorithm, a computer program, where a grammar is given and computer program will tell whether the grammar is ambiguous or not. This is a very difficult job. But we human, given a small grammar, we can intelligently find out a string for which there exists more than one parse tree. Even if you are able to find out one such string, your job is done. So let's meet in the next video with more ambiguous grammars. Thank you very much.